Hello and welcome to Prodigy Pursuits. This channel is all about helping you reach your goals, whether it's in your personal or professional life. With our unique blend of motivation, education, and entertainment, we're here to guide you every step of the way on your journey to success. Hello again. Today we will give you tips on how to protect animals, especially endangered animals. As we all know, animals are an important element in maintaining the natural balance until we see behaviors that harm animals and lead them to extinction. So in this video we will see some tips to protect and preserve them. So without further ado, let's get started. Educate yourself about endangered animals and their habitats. Support and promote organizations that work towards animal conservation. Reduce, reuse, and recycle to minimize waste and prevent pollution. Conserve water to protect freshwater habitats. Avoid using products that contain palm oil, as its production often leads to habitat destruction. Volunteer your time at local animal shelters or wildlife rehabilitation centers. Plant native trees and flowers to create habitats for local wildlife. Don't purchase products made from endangered species, such as ivory or certain animal skins. Reduce your carbon footprint by using public transportation, carpooling, or biking. Support sustainable fishing practices and avoid purchasing seafood that is overfished. Keep your pets indoors or supervised outside to prevent them from hunting or disturbing wildlife. Report any instances of wildlife trafficking or poaching to the appropriate authorities. Participate in citizen science programs that monitor and protect animal populations. Advocate for stronger laws and regulations to protect endangered species. Encourage your friends and family to get involved in animal conservation efforts. Support ecotourism initiatives that prioritize animal welfare and conservation. Avoid using pesticides and opt for natural alternatives in your garden. Properly dispose of hazardous materials to prevent pollution. Support and encourage sustainable agriculture practices that protect wildlife habitats. Create wildlife-friendly spaces in your backyard by providing food, water, and shelter. Learn about and respect local wildlife regulations and guidelines. Encourage your workplace or school to adopt environmentally friendly practices. Participate in beach or river cleanups to prevent marine pollution. Use energy-efficient appliances and light bulbs to reduce your energy consumption. Encourage responsible pet ownership, including spaying and neutering. Advocate for the protection of national parks, wildlife reserves, and other protected areas. Avoid purchasing products derived from endangered marine species, such as coral or sea turtles. Support initiatives that promote sustainable forestry practices. Teach children about the importance of animal conservation and responsible stewardship. Avoid releasing non-native species into the wild, as they can harm native wildlife. Set up bird feeders and birdhouses to attract and support local bird populations. Don't disturb nesting sites or breeding grounds of endangered species. Use natural and biodegradable cleaning products to minimize water pollution. Avoid supporting circuses, shows, or venues that exploit animals for entertainment. Support bans on single-use plastics to reduce marine pollution. Encourage your community to implement recycling programs and waste reduction initiatives. Join or organize local cleanup campaigns to protect natural habitats. Follow ethical wildlife photography guidelines and maintain a respectful distance. Raise awareness about endangered animals through social media and other platforms. Advocate for the protection of migratory routes for birds and other animals. Support initiatives that promote sustainable and responsible ecotourism. Donate to wildlife conservation organizations or sponsor endangered animals. Participate in local wildlife conservation projects and initiatives. Avoid purchasing products made from endangered plant species, such as certain types of timber or orchids. Avoid purchasing products made from endangered plant species, such as certain types of timber or orchids. Properly dispose of fishing lines and nets to prevent entanglement of marine animals. Avoid using fireworks near wildlife habitats, as they can cause stress and harm to animals. Report any instances of wildlife harassment or illegal hunting to the authorities. Advocate for sustainable and responsible mining practices that minimize environmental impact. Join or support campaigns against trophy hunting and the sale of animal parts. Support organizations that work to reduce human-wildlife conflict. Refrain from buying or adopting exotic pets that may contribute to the illegal wildlife trade. Volunteer for wildlife rescue and rehabilitation organizations. Create or support initiatives that protect critical habitats, such as wetlands or coral reefs. Encourage your local government to invest in wildlife conservation efforts. Participate in local tree planting events to restore and expand forest habitats. Avoid using fertilizers and pesticides that can contaminate waterways. Learn about and support conservation projects focused on specific endangered species. Practice responsible camping by following designated trails and respecting wildlife. Advocate for sustainable development practices that consider the impact on wildlife. Refrain from using products tested on animals and support cruelty-free alternatives. Install bird-friendly window decals to prevent bird collisions. Encourage responsible fishing practices, such as catch and release. Support initiatives that promote sustainable energy sources and reduce reliance on fossil fuels. Create or support protected areas and wildlife corridors to facilitate species movement. Encourage your community to implement bans on the use of plastic bags. Support initiatives that promote sustainable livestock farming practices. Participate in beach nesting bird conservation programs to protect nesting sites. Encourage your community to implement stricter regulations on waste management. Support research efforts focused on endangered species and their conservation. Advocate for the reduction of habitat destruction caused by urban expansion. Foster awareness and compassion for animals in younger generations through education programs. Support initiatives that aim to reduce the demand for illegal wildlife products. Advocate for stricter regulations on the use of pesticides and herbicides. Encourage your community to implement bans on the use of plastic bags. Support organizations that rescue and rehabilitate injured or orphaned wildlife. Encourage responsible and sustainable tourism practices in natural areas. Support initiatives that promote sustainable forestry and timber certification. Encourage your community to implement bans on the use of single-use plastics. Lead by example and make conscious choices that minimize harm to animals and their habitats. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and as always, stay on the path of progress.